Hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing fine, and I am joined today by a big fan of mine. He was also taking over my live stream yesterday, so it was good fun. And it is Dave. How are you, Dave?
Hello, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine as well. Had a lot of fun yesterday with the live stream, trying out things and see if everything works. I need to find out if everything on. I also set up X, but never used it before. It seems like it doesn't broadcast there, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can watch it back. The same goes for LinkedIn. Yeah, it should have a live stream. So if you're watching on a different stream, I don't know if I can see you or hey, say hey. Oh, we have my little brother in there. Hello, little brother, and hello, Max. Max is also in there. Hello.
Hello.
Our my next door neighbor. And we have Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Everything sounds good. That's nice, and lovely that the crew is joining again.
Yeah, that's me.
So yeah, perhaps you can introduce yourself for people that are watching this live stream and never heard of you. I would love to hear. What do you do? Who are you? How do you do?
All right. So, hello everyone. My name is David from Dave Den Web Dev, and I do a lot of tutorials about WordPress, especially about dynamic data and accessibility. And I work for a company here in the UK, and we do mostly other things about finance, but we also do a bit of web design attached. So that's why everything is just combined in one company. And it's been going well so far. And yeah, that's about it. The reason I got into accessibility is, well, this very thick glasses that I wear. So that got me inspired to go into accessibility. And people like Anne Mike Bolivar, she also inspired me, especially when she was giving some nice tips in the Elementor Facebook group. Although lots of people were not listening to her, but I listened and I got inspired. So that's good. Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
That's how you got into accessibility, I guess, right? And I noticed that she will also be there on WordCamp in the Netherlands as a speaker. So I don't know if she is going to do a Dutch WordCamp. Let me check. But yeah, I will definitely check it out as well. Yeah, she's one of the. It's English, so and she's one of the main speakers. Here we have her Annemieke Bovelet. I think it's also a very Dutch name. But let's see if there's something going on. There's still a little bit of echo, but only some time. Sounds way better than yesterday. So nice.
We're getting there.
We're getting a professional live stream today, Dave.
Yeah, so it's way better now. So I'm happy.
Let's see if I don't know if the other platforms are active as well. Let's also see if I can check that. I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is, and else I have another day to test it out and see if it works. But nice to hear your background, and you're also been working inside of with dynamic data and in Greenshift. I see that there's some loading issues.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I think the other streams are taking up too much, so I will stop at least the X one and see if we can still continue on LinkedIn, because this is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what I was thinking, that this isn't good. Hi Max, I'm from the Netherlands. On phone. Yeah, so the Yeah, dropping frames. Yeah, so I will stop the streams on other platforms, so they are not able to watch. And I hope this will be at least good for our YouTube viewers, because that's the most important one. Let's be honest. Everybody's on on YouTube,
On
right?
YouTube?
Yeah. And else there's always a link inside of LinkedIn and X that you can view it on YouTube, so everybody can find it, hopefully. And else it is what it is. Let's see. You've been working a little bit with Greenshift, and you reached out and said, "Lex, I want to talk to you on live stream about this. It's better. Nice. Thank you, little brother." And I am very curious. What is the things that you would like to talk about?
So I would like to know anything and everything about Greenshift, because basically everybody has been praising it. I don't know if you've been seen on the dynamic WordPress, Michael, or has been saying that he left Cadence for Greenshift. That was how powerful it is. That I was like, wow, if everybody's leaving even Cadence, that means Greenshift must be something like powerful. So I decided to start playing around with it a little bit. So I want to see from the expert, which is you. So I want to know at least as much as I can about Greenshift, and I'm sure lots of people will also want to know about Greenshift. Although we know that you've been some people have been trying to steal you away from Greenshift, but hopefully you stay with Greenshift for long enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good for you to notice. Yeah, so this is going to be a Greenshift 101 kind of thing. I'm going to use your InstaWP that we have set up, because I haven't installed Greenshift somewhere else. Hey, Rasanda, nice of you to join. I have no idea about Greenshift, so that's very nice to hear, Jimmy. Then we can have a conversation about it. So I can switch to my screen. And could you, yeah, I see the levels moving, which means that we can still hear you as well. So that's a very good thing.
That's good. Yeah. Maybe in the comments someone can confirm if they can still hear me as well.
Yeah, and so this is the playground I set up for you. I see that you have installed some things. Ooh, I think if the license is active, I will try to oh damn it, try to steal it. It was Dave. So the basics of Greenshift. Well, that's a very nice thing. So
well,
yeah,
before we even go, the one thing I want to know is how to actually put templates. I get confused with all of these templates, because I know Igor keeps talking about templates. He says, don't use the home page as a static page, use it. I just get confused. So yeah, just keep that in mind. How do we actually use the FSC templates and all of that? Yeah, especially for custom post types as well. Yes.
Let's start with the templating parts. I see that the FSC template theme of Greenshift is installed. Yeah, very good one, Cloudsock. I think that I said it in a very Dutch way. Actually, his name is a pun in Dutch, so it also always, when I read it, I'm like, yeah, that's typical of my little brother. It's very nice. But Greenshift is a page builder. Now, for the people who don't know what a page builder is, as the name suggests, a way to build pages. Build pages. So if we go in here, WordPress itself also has some kind of ways to build a page. For instance, you can add blocks in there. Let's see. We now will be using the group blocks, and in here you can set some kind of heading and that sort of things. All these things allow you to create a website without having to code, which is a very much benefit, because anyone can do it. There are alternatives besides WordPress, of course. You have Wix Studio, which I think is interesting. The latest and greatest that our guy Brandon, who helped us out yesterday, is Web Studio. It is also a web builder, but it doesn't have a CMS. A CMS allows you to manage all the information on your website. So if you have a blog post, you can manage what kind of blog post it is. You can manage some kind of categories. For example, you have a travel blog or you have some other blogs. You can have your tutorials in there. You also can create pages, and in WordPress specifically, you need to have a add-on that allows you to add what's called custom post types. And custom post types are like recipes for classic waffles. Ooh, very nice. And yeah, this makes your system manageable, your content manageable in a system. So, and Greenshift, you may call me Cloud if that's easier. And Greenshift is built on top of that because there are some things that that Gutenberg doesn't have by default, and that's where we nice, and that's why we get solutions like Greenshift or the tool that we looked in yesterday, Superblocks or Bricks Builder, because by default Gutenberg doesn't have the best building blocks to create a website. There are some things missing, and if we look into Greenshift, we have all kinds of elements. Now there's already a setting that will by default disable some elements that are available from Greenshift, but you can simply add the same things as well. So here we have a block that we had before, and if we want to add another one, we can type in like heading, and then it doesn't show anything, so you can select element. That's the benefit of the block element in recent version. And then we can select H1, and then you have everything in there, and you can build your page, but it has more complex controls because you can add local styles. And instead, Gutenberg takes away a little bit of the power. And as a ex-frontend developer, I know that you need those styles. And Greenshift allows you to add those styles, so you can change the font size, but also the font weight and the alignment and everything that's actually available in CSS, which allows you to style every part of the page. So, in conclusion, Greenshift is a page builder that allows you more controls than the default WordPress Gutenberg allows you to do. Have I missed something, Dave?
Yeah, I think that's it. And I noticed you were trying to get the heading. Usually with Greenshift, if you write H1, that's when you get the H1. If you write H2, it shows you the. So yeah, when you get out
nice,
of the
nice.
block,
Yeah, so I'm a little bit rusty, as you can see.
I just started learning. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah. So I actually learned it recently. So because he tried to make everything to be like the HTML itself. So that's why a lot of people have been complaining on the Greenshift group. They say it's getting too much because he's trying to make everything available, because the one block that he's using is the elements block, but then he's now making each of those elements blocks. So the H1 is separate block, but still an element block. The H2 is a separate block, but still an element. So it's a bit, people are getting overwhelmed by the number of elements that when you open the list view, you start to see a lot of elements, and they are asking that why doesn't he take them away? On the one hand, I actually like it because when I can just press /H1 and get my H1. But on the other hand, well, it's a lot. It's a lot to see because my eyes, like I said about my screen, I like to put as little icons as possible because I can't. Once there are too many icons on the screen, I just get overwhelmed and I freeze up, especially on the live stream. I'm like, no, I'm done. I just give up.
So that's why I need to take the mouse and keyboard, right?
Exactly, yeah. You take away everything. and that's one of the reasons why I started testing out what's it called? Command palette or something. Because then I literally just have to search for it. I don't have to start looking at all of those like list of items on the screen. And I think you said you're going to test out what's the name of the other company? Turbo Admin.
Sorry?
The Turbo Admin, right? The command palette.
The Tab Admin. Yeah. or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we had it yesterday.
Yeah, there are lots of names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's basically it. The other problem that I like I said, I was trying to get. If you see in the what's it called in the demo, I was trying to put the templates together. That's why you see the classic waffle. And I was wondering, how in the world am I supposed to put a template a um for a custom post type? So how do you go about like creating a template for a custom post type? Because what I did was I just went to the reusable templates and then I just started fiddling with a lot of things there. And something popped up and it worked. So, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to go.
That's the best way to experiment, at least. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
already good. Nice. Well, to answer also a little bit of the questions, before there wasn't the block element, so Igor made everything possible. Yeah, like I typed heading. It's because of that you get advanced heading or heading advanced, and the naming convention wasn't really steady. And he said, what if we can do it in one block? And then he created one block. And I can zoom in just a little bit more. You can select what kind of tag it has. You don't know, you need to know HTML for this, but you can actually select any tag. And if you select a tag,
the screen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thank you for notifying me. So in here you have tag on the right hand side, and then you have your inline elements. And if you select, for example, image, I don't like core framework default.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I disabled it initially, so maybe you can just go and disable it again. So
yeah, I will. Let's do that a little bit later. So as you can see, you can still change everything. You can change now everything that is relevant for the image tag. So that's how the blocks are built.
Yeah,
and you should be able to change it again. But I guess core framework is getting a little bit in the way. So let's disable that real quick, right?
Yeah, I'll just disable it from here or something.
Core framework. Yeah, I'm already busy with that.
You're ahead of me, yeah.
We can... You need to disable the free add-on Gutenberg. I really dislike the way that Gutenberg now adds the classes in there, because those are just like what's it called? Tailwind. You have utility classes only. You don't. You also have some kind of button class. It's
no, I changed everything, so you won't see any of the regular classes.
Okay, thanks. Good to know, by the way.
That's one of the problems. Like my naming convention is always weird, so that's why nobody can work with my framework, because I change everything. I don't know why I don't just understand standard framework. I know core framework and what's the other one? ACSS. They try to use similar naming convention like space X, space space something. Yeah, but I change everything. I just keep playing around.
Yeah, I can see that also. And using FS font size for it does make sense. And base or M is something. Yeah, you can always change it up a little bit with how you set up the variables. It is nice to have core framework because it works both in Greenshift and also in what's called Bricks Builder.
Bricks, yeah.
And you're also able to export the CSS, which we're doing at the company that I'm working at, that we can reuse the variables inside of every program. So we can use it for the marketing website, but also in Figma, but also in, because it's CSS, in the Tailwind selectors, because they are using Tailwind. So it's a very nice way to have a setup that you can control for the whole of your business if you have a SaaS platform or whatsoever. So it is nice. What I dislike is that you're not able to create any classes inside of the Gutenberg editor.
Yeah.
And that's why I disable the Gutenberg add-on always. I never have it enabled because it's just way too way too stupid. And because the only thing that we need are the variables. If we go to our classes, we go to into here. I hope that sometime in the future this will be more visible, but you can press this little arrow around here, and then you can select your variables. So you can find your naming there.
Yeah, that's one thing. I like to work with keyboards only, and this interface literally doesn't work with keyboard only, because if you ever try to press, let's say you're trying to type var, you can't actually use a keyboard to so when you press the var, it closes that's the way it does it. It closes the interface, and you have to click on it again before you can. Yeah, it's a bit.
Yeah, you should let Igor know.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to him once, but he never got back to me, because it always loses focus. So you type var, then it loses focus. You have to try to get back there and then try typing it again, and it's just too much stress.
Yeah, and that's the reason these kinds of small things, and when the classes were introduced, some things are so finicky in Greenshift, and also for the margin and padding. When you try to copy it, it doesn't work. I know the reason, but those kind of things made me look into another tool like Bricks to see how that will work. Is it similar or isn't it? And I found the experience different. I do love how the Greenshift has integrated everything within Gutenberg, so it feels more native. Oh, I see that we also have a question from Jimmy. If at some point you can go over a small comparison with Bricks later, that would be awesome. Just a quick overview, if you don't mind. All right, we'll do that. We have the. Sorry.
Oh yeah. You do have your demo site you'll be working with. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
For Bricks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can see what the differences are, and also in your experience, because you have used it just a little bit, on how this is set up. Do you have any questions with how this works? I can't imagine, but you never know.
Yeah.
The stars.
I don't know how you feel about that class system, because I still get, because you want to get the class, you have to type the class name, then you click on the type, and it gets you a drop down. And what are all of those classes? Can you explain the type of classes? You know, when you go to type and you see classic,
let's zoom in a little bit for everybody to see. So the classic classes are the classes that are already in use. So for instance, you're using code snippets to manage your classes, then you have classic classes. Local classes will only be available for the page that you're creating the classes in. Global classes will be the regular classes that we actually are used to. I don't know why this isn't the default setting, because that's how I would love it to be. And then you have a custom attribute, which is similar to what's called Bricks Builder. They can add just a separate attribute if you need it. Yeah. So always, for me at least, I add global classes. So if we are going to create a hero section, so let's remove this all. We'll add a div element, which should be a section, of course. And inside there, we add a div element. And inside there, we have like a heading. Hello, Dave.
Before we continue, Igor has added another one again. It's called the content element, and that adds the section and the container and the div at once.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see the structure. So the staircase is a way to see the structure of the panel, content area, and then we have two divs. So it is a side-by-side kind of thing. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I literally just saw it yesterday, so it's not like I knew it before.
You're just pretending just a little bit. Don't you know, Lex? Yeah, was there all the time.
Yeah, I've always done everything, you know.
It would be nice that the icon would reflect what's actually happening, right? That you have the content icons, but this is for two columns.
Yeah.
And maybe instead of content element with columns, just name
Might
it
as
2
well just be
columns.
section. Yeah, something like something
Yeah.
easier. I don't know.
Yeah. So Igor, if you're watching this later, you have already some feedback that perhaps can be improved. You can also hire me if you would like to.
Exactly. Yeah, I think you should hire you soon. There is one, like I said, I'm always using keyboards. There is another problem if you go back to the classes. So let's say you're a keyboard user, and then you set maybe you're trying to add a new class. You set the class to be global classes, and then you give it a class name. Then you use your keyboard and press enter. So let's say just give it a class name, like maybe David or something.
Hero.
Okay, then tab, and then try to pick. Okay.
Logo global.
Okay, then press tab again to go into the.
Yeah, I see that also perspective and skew is now selected because it's gray. So I'm curious what enter will mean.
Yeah, press it. Yeah,
and it will be.
so you're like, I literally just typed my class, but yeah, there's something else that's been added. Like, I don't know.
This is nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is very special about what you're doing, Dave. You're showing how people can or cannot use different kind of page builders, keyboard only, and man, seeing you struggle makes me really value my mouse. To be fair.
Yeah, because the fact is, like, I don't know if you've heard what's her name, Jen Harris. She doesn't use a mouse as well, so that's why she gets some of the problems. So it's not everybody that is in the WordPress ecosystem that actually uses a mouse. Some people use there's a touch pen that they have touches just the edges of the screen. They have different so you might think everybody's using a mouse, but not everybody's using a mouse in the system, especially people who use screen readers. The good thing about screen readers is that they tend to overcome some of the limitations. So screen reader users can get access to things that if you're just a regular keyboard user, you wouldn't get access to those things, because these companies, they are trying to help the screen reader user as much as possible. So they overwrite some things that we forget to write as programmers. They will try to add it so that it can work for the screen reader user. But yeah, some things are just so bad that it can't work for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. I've also saw I'm following a lot of people from the WordPress ecosystem on X, and I saw also they mentioned that people are adding JavaScript on top of everything to fix the accessibility kind of thing, but it obstructs that you can use it for the tools that you're used to using it. So.
And that's why whenever I try my best to tell people that when I see people giving solutions using JavaScript, I'm saying that it may not be the best solution, because a lot of times you might load the page and then the JavaScript doesn't load, and all of your hard work just doesn't work. So that's why, as much as possible, we try to fix the problem from the PHP level or the HTML level, rather than trying to fix it using JavaScript, because JavaScript, there's always bound to be a problem. Either it doesn't load especially like when you have jQuery. If the jQuery loads at the wrong time, then everything doesn't work, and just a mess.
Yeah, especially in the jQuery days, you need to add it to the header, and if you did that, you get punished by Google, and then the marketer will be upset. The page isn't loading fast enough, and then you do it below, and then the users. You can, and for the rest of the things, you can change the class things in here. So that's also a very nice thing that you need to know, by the way.
Yeah. I was just hoping, I think those small icons, I don't know how you feel about the small icons, like those tiny fonts icon. I prefer it should be like how Bricks or Elementor, they do it in terms of like accordions. So we know when we click on global classes, then it should bring out an accordion for maybe, I think that's what what's the name of this company that went bust and came back
Quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, quickly. So that's what they changed it to, because accordions are easier to follow than those tiny icons for the F. If your mouse doesn't click the F properly, then you go and click something like layout or something. I don't know. Those icons are so tiny. I don't know.
Yeah, that you can misclick easily, and if you're not accurate enough, and it's also readability, right? It is then it gets so tiny. But the advantage here is that it is a label, so it is the official font size. Like here, it's almost about the same size if we can compare it. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because when you see all those icons, this F, you're not even sure what
typography.
I actually literally most times I have to click on all of them to see which one is for the border, which one is for the width and height, which one is for the layout. They're all like, you have to like go with your mouse over all of them and say, oh yeah, that should be probably the one for the border. The other one is for the, I don't know. Maybe you can add a search bar. That would be very helpful. Just search for what you're looking for.
Yeah, there was a recommendation I saw it already in Greenshift that they were like, "Oh, the generate blocks is very awesome, the new version," and then we need to add also that's also one of the craziest things that I always see, that there are people looking into other page builders and then they say, "Oh, this is awesome, we need this," and Igor's like, "Fine, it's in there in the next release."
Yeah,
what?
That's one thing that surprises me about Igor. It's like, well, I remember when I did a video talking about the tab elements and how the accessibility was a bit off. The next, I think that night or the next morning, he sent me an email to say, I fixed it. I'm like, wait, what? Whereas that was so fast. Whereas with like, you talk of generated blocks, you are talking about 6 months down the line. That's when they're going to fix that problem, because whenever you give them you send them a request, they try to make it like as stable as possible, so it takes them like 6 months down the line. But with Igor, just tell him this is the problem. He will tell you, okay, don't worry, I'll fix it, and everything is fixed. And he finds a way to not break everybody's sites, basically, because that's one of the problems with updates, that you can literally break everybody's sites.
Yeah, and I don't know how he does the quality assurance. Sometimes there's a little bit of a bug in there, but most of the times the releases are very stable. So either he's a very senior positioned kind of developer with a lot of knowledge, or he has a or works together with a developer that has very much knowledge, that they exactly know what kinds of things they can change without impacting a lot of the people building with Greenshift.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things I like about Igor is Igor and Maxim. They are like they're bullets in terms of the way they bring out new features.
It's insane with how fast they release and create things. How are they doing that?
And don't you have other jobs you're doing? Like, is that the only job? Literally looking at your code every morning and rewriting your code? I don't know.
And just go like, all right, that's the next thing that's getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really insane. I really admire that also for Maxime and Igor, that they are really fast developers or have a team with really fast developers. And for Maxime, I know that he is the only one. For Igor, I assume that he is the only one. I asked him a few times, are you the only one that's developing this? And do you have a marketing team and that sort of thing? But never got an answer, to be fair.
Maybe after this live stream, he will finally answer you. So let's hope for the best.
Yeah. I like this comment by Cloudsack. Willpower and Monster Energy get you away. So we need to get Monster Energy as a sponsor for this live stream, Dave.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's try to put their name in the title so that they can pick up on it.
Yeah. This stream isn't sponsored by Monster, but we're talking about Greenshift.
Exactly. Yeah, that could work.
Let's see.
But yeah, I think that there's only one more question that I have, which will be quite difficult. Because if you go to that, the CPT I created,
yeah,
I don't know if you can, and then preview it on the front end.
The CPT recipe, and I assume you mean the classic waffles.
Yeah,
Lovely.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see, with this recipe, so everything there is like a from ACPT,
Hmm.
and I wrote the code myself because I got confused with how to use Greenshift. I don't know. So maybe you can go through trying to recreate it with Greenshift. I don't know, with the CPT. So like build it as a regular page rather than the template. Because when I try with, especially like repeater fields, I don't know if you've ever worked with repeater fields from ACPT
No, not yet.
in Greenshift. Because I know Igor recently released something that had to do with repeaters, but I just didn't understand it. So I'm hoping you, as the experts, can do it.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Before I forget, yeah. I don't think I actually said hi to Jimmy. So hi, Jimmy.
It's nice.
Soon he'll be on the live stream. Let's hope in about a month time. You and him
damn!
will be on the live stream together.
Do you really want to do this to me, Dave? We have a lot of time yesterday to set this up and to get it working, and now we have to add another guest.
Yeah. Then after that, again, you add another person so that you just keep getting your work cut out for you.
Then I sit back and just manage the controls, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, because I believe when you get the all-in-one license with Greenshift, you get your ACPT license as well, right? Or am I?
Yeah, that's true. You get one license. If I remember correctly, if you have the all-in-one. Let's see. I don't know if here is ACPT for one side license.
Okay, yeah.
So if anybody is seeing this and wants to be a WordPress YouTuber as well, specifically for Greenshift, then I can really recommend to get the all-in-one. It is not a very high price, and you get one site license for ACPT, and then you can just make a lot of videos. So, Jimmy,
we need more exactly. Jimmy, can you switch from one builder that I will not name and come into Greenshift so that we can have more Greenshift like tutorials?
Yeah.
Hopefully, you'll be able to keep up with all the new updates. Yeah, that's one thing.
Yeah. That is the thing that also got me at a certain point, and I will look into Greenshift again at some point. I know for sure, because I really love how Igor is seeing things like the page transition and the scroll animations. The scroll animations I was also experimenting with, but seeing him go through that is just insane. Let's see. Can we just find Igor in a very easy way? Ooh, spam. Let's remove and block it. Bye. We don't want spam in the group.
No, we don't. No.
Here we have, for example, the page transition. And this is a native thing in the future browsers. And he just was like, all right, this is something that's getting available. Let's try and add it.
That's one thing about it. I don't know. Previously, like I was speaking with Jimmy, it used to be Daniel. Daniel was the fastest in terms of releasing updates when it comes to BricsForge. But I think Igor, nobody can beat Igor in terms of like releasing updates. The moment he sees any new, whether it's a CSS animation or this cool, page transitions, he just incorporates it into Greenshift immediately. He doesn't waste so much time trying to talk about compatibility and all of that long story that a lot of people are afraid to add new features. I remember
I can step in there, because he does worry about that compatibility with other browsers as well. And what he does is he's searching for a polyfill, and what a polyfill does, everything that's not available on a specific browser, it will be generated or created using JavaScript. So if the browser is, for example, Firefox, it doesn't have the view transition in CSS available, then JavaScript will handle everything in there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and I think it was not so long ago that he mentioned that it was just added. So it was fresh from the press that you could add a polyfill for page transitions or scroll animations. I don't know which one, but yeah, it's that's how you make certain that it works on every browser.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good to know. I didn't know about that. That yeah. That means he's just. There's no words again. No words to describe. The only thing I just wish is that he'll take some time to just make that thing, the build that look like user friendly, so that I don't have to be stressing my eyes to trying to find, because I already have troubles looking at the screen. Having to find those tiny icons is just too much for me. So most times I literally just write the CSS myself. So I literally just go to the, like, the local style or whatever style. Then I go to the custom CSS area and then I write the CSS myself, because
Yeah.
I can't be bothered to start looking at those tiny icons, trying to find out what is for font size, which one is for all the other ones.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, and this is way too tiny, and I think the tooltip is too late. So this one does look like it's fast, but it's not. And at a certain point, I know for sure that you can memorize which icon does what.
It does what, yeah.
And it speaks a little bit to the imaginations, because the beautiful F is for
it's for font size.
yeah.
And all
Press F in the chat. and the colors also, but for me the biggest thing is spacing and margin. I always mess those up.
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, now you also have animations in here. This is way too awesome. But yeah, they're still tiny, and for some people it is easy manageable to click them, but yeah, I can see difficulties with getting there. I also had a anomaly, and it's not in this case. This is how big my screen is, by the way.
Wow, I will survive. I can't survive looking at that screen.
I just thanks CloudSock for the F, by the way. So it's not the size that matters. If we go to, for example, the hero section, it's now also fast. All right. When we showed before, it was slow. Oh yeah, now it's slow again. So we can see it on hover, but it should be instant, because people that are new to Greenshift, they don't have a way to understand what kind of font you need to have. So I can understand, Dave, that you go to responsive and then
just go to the end. And that's why I just memorize that last icon there, and I just click on it, literally go down, and then I type my code myself. And that's one nice thing. At least he brought out this model that you can see it.
Let's see. Can we make something? I never used it. It has the auto kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Scale. Nice. This is the intelligence that it does intelligently,
like,
tell you what you can put in there. Yeah. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
I can also see that he will add recipes in the future.
Really? That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. I don't know if he will, but
we just need to mention it to him in a nice way.
I see that Gavin Gary has something like this. Could you implement it tomorrow? Already done.
Exactly. You'll be like, I did it in the last update. You just didn't see it. I'm like, oh wow. It's
way too nice. It's very nice. I also saw that there was some kind of sub-selector. Oh, here you have sub-selector builder.
Yeah. So you can just put one class name, and then you can style everything from that single class, because you use the sub-selectors. And
let's try it out a little bit, because that's the one that caught me curious. P graph.
No. Oh, you have to just use P and then elements, P space element, yeah.
Why doesn't it work on P? I just want to P. Let's add. Oh, something is up. and text. Whoa, no, I don't want to do that. Let's see.
What happened?
Go here, heading, and then I love the keyboard shortcuts, by the way, by default for Gutenberg. I miss that in Bricks, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because in Gutenberg you can literally. I know people say it doesn't look the way you're building it, but you can actually build everything out by just pressing the slash notation.
Yeah.
With any other builder, I don't think you have it in any other builder. This easy way of just using the slash notation and then type maybe paragraph or type whatever element you want, or use even what's the name of the other one where you press the hash key 3 times if you want to get an H3.
Oh yeah, the markdown. Yeah,
markdown, exactly. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I like those flow as well, that you don't have to leave your keyboard to add certain things. It is still a little bit difficult because you need to click on things to add the classes, but at least building the structure can be done on keyboard only.
Yes.
Now, let's see. I'm curious how this works. Should it work like this, or use current chain? I thought I saw a demo where it created everything inside of that element, but I could be wrong.
I think he said something about you put an underscore or something like that. I can't remember how he did it. Yeah, I will have to test it out myself as well.
Yeah. All right, maybe that's something for next time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You had a question about the recipes, right?
Yeah, I just want to find out how to use repeater fields. That is, I don't know how to use it with ACPT and repeater fields, because the other ones, everything here, I used dynamic shortcodes. So if you go into the page, it'll be a bit weird.
This one. We edited. So at least because you're going to, this is not showing the right page.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I used reusable templates. I didn't use the standard FSC templates. So you have to go to reusable templates and then.
So so I can start there. In patterns, we have already reusable templates. So here we have the Dave Dam one. This one is for the recipes. And sync, so that is set up nicely. The way you actually use the reusable templates is for things like a header, a footer, or if you have an author box, you can use it there, that you show on every page what kind of author has made this, or you have a call to action section that you want to reuse on every page. So reusable pages is actually used for that. So
see how bad I
am. you're not bad. You didn't know. So and that's why we're here.
Yeah. So let's see how we actually go about it.
So we can make it a little bit easier. I will copy everything from the code editor and then certainly not share my screen when I open Notepad, because I have a lot of usually some kind of credentials open in there, because sometimes I use password managers and other times I don't.
I shouldn't say about mine as well, so I'll keep mine a secret.
Let's see, we can I am curious how you set this up. Recipe
so singles. I used it not from here. I went to, if you go back to your admin panel, then the reusable template at the bottom, that's where I went to. So that's here. This is where I set it up.
Yeah. And then, but if you press edit, you go to the same page.
Oh, why did everything disappear?
And in here you have selected singular template for recipe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember why it broke. I think it's, I don't know why it broke. Oh yeah, because my CSS is not actually in here, it's somewhere else. So it only works in the front end, I believe. Oh, it was working here. I don't know what happened.
The naughty tab again. It's coming back every day.
Oh yeah, or maybe it's because we deactivated the Gutenberg, because I use some of the utility classes. Yeah, that's why. Now I know why. Because we deactivated core framework, and I used some of the utility classes, so those classes have been removed.
Yeah,
So that's why everything just went back to
the original version.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a way of doing it. I don't know when I looked a few times back, so we can disable this for now.
Yeah.
And also save this as draft. Where do we come? Pattern. Can we save this as draft?
Oh,
I don't see. I guess not. Indeed. Yeah, because it is actually a reusable template. So. So
yeah, okay.
Let's see.
So, yeah, so that's the first thing for me to learn today, how we actually create templates for custom post types.
Yeah. So you go to appearance and then editor, and inside your editor you have all your templates. They're living in here. So the patterns are your reusable templates. So actually it's not the right name anymore. It was in the past, but isn't in appearance state because it's now patterns actually. So the naming convention will be the same. So you need to, for the single pages, adjust the templates, and then you can add a new template. Now, I don't know if it does work. I didn't know if it worked or not, but it looks like it does work. So in here, we can add a template. And as you can see, it took a little while, but it noticed that you have the default pages that is already available in Gutenberg. And then it noticed that you have single items for the author, for your code snippets and that sort of things. So there's
I see.
And to be fair, it wasn't available before, so I think they've added some kind of support in the meantime. Because I used ACF or SCF nowadays.
let's not get into that debate right now.
And then it wasn't available, but now it is, so that's nice. Then you can press it. Do you want it for one specific one or for all recipes? And when we press all recipes, we can add a nice template already. Okay. And that's the basics. As you can see, this is a reusable template for a post title area. So if you would like to have a certain section of a page reusable, you can also manage that, and it's very recognizable by the purple color. And if you don't want that, then we can just remove it. Bye-bye. And we can, for example, add a heading in here. And in the right-hand side, you can enable dynamic text value, and then you can add the post data. For instance, for the current one, we want to select the post type of recipe so that we can get an example of what we are adding. And then you press title, and then we have our classic waffles.
Yeah.
And we can also, in here, there will be the contents, but because this is what's called?
It doesn't even have a content. So
yeah. So exactly that. So we can remove that one. And if you press Ctrl-Alt-Z, you can also delete it. Do note, you do need to have a group in there if you want to edit the Gutenberg. Want to add it in Gutenberg as well, because I can see that you perhaps want to structure the layout in a certain way, but at a certain time, maybe you want to be able to add more kind of things. Oh, look at these nice dynamic fields.
Don't look at that too much, because the problem is I couldn't get the repeater fields with so that's why.
I can imagine it's an array and inside an array, and here is adding. Yeah, so this is more like coding. You're already a developer, I see.
No, that one is not my fault. That is the way ACPT does their they put an array into an array, and they don't do it the way ACF does their repeater fields. ACF combines. So if you have a repeater field like with a title and an image, ACF will make the title and the image as one like item in the array. Whereas with ACPT, they will make like all your titles one array, and then all your images another array, and then you have to like merge them together somehow. I don't know. It's just a bit different.
Yeah.
So, but I guess the page builders have a way of doing it automatically for us. But if you want to do it manually, then you start to see how weird they made it. So they made the title to be on its own, the image or whatever, the other meta fields to be on their own. So, but basically, when you try to do it, I'll learn how to use the
yeah. Then it gets very difficult, indeed. If you need to do that for everything, it's not really manageable. You want to get all the information that you need for a certain kind of thing, right? So let's see. And you were talking about a repeater, right? I don't know. Yeah, here's a repeater builder. So we already have something for that, and we can select recipe.
Yeah.
I haven't done this before, so I'm also figuring it out as we go.
Okay.
ACPT repeater field. And I guess that's actually it. And then you can press this icon, so you can change the inner layout. And then we need to select a field for our dynamic data. Let's see. Is part of the repeater field, and it sees that you have some type of fields already available. We can have title, but you can also, if that's not available, you can pick something else. Now, I don't know what it is repeating.
So which field did we pick again?
We picked none.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Here we have the recipe kind of thing.
Yeah, so I think we can look for ingredient.
Time.
So
ingredients. Main ingredients?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So now we're getting the information from that. And if we go here, it sees already that there's a repeater field called ingredient. And there we have our ingredient.
Okay, now I get it. Okay.
I don't think we need an image for the ingredients, right? And if
so the one way that has the image, I think, is directions. No, steps. It's called steps.
We can look into that because I have it open right here. We have a description.
Yeah, it's at the bottom, so it's steps. Yeah.
Timing, main, directions, steps. Yeah,
steps. Yeah.
Get all ingredients. Yeah, and that has an image, so we can also look into that as well.
Yeah.
If we press done, here's your.
Okay. Okay. Now I've learned how to use it. 'Cause I didn't know how to get into the repeater, so I just got stuck at the repeater level, and I was like, why am I still saying select a field? I'm like, how am I supposed to select the field?
Yeah, I can imagine that. That will be very difficult. And this is, by the way, the first time I'm doing this. So I also have never experienced this. I know the basics where you can find certain things. So I have to give kudos to Igor for making this really manageable for someone who has somewhat of a level of understanding of these kind of things.
Yeah.
And I think the repeater field is actually a little bit new. So nice. There's that easy actually.
Yeah. So at least now I know how to use it. Yeah. That's good.
Let's see.
Yes.
Nutrition.
Right.
So we can also see if we can do something similar to directions. So we can add another repeater builder, and then in the post we select what kind of post type, then we press this small database icon and search for our directions. Direction is tab. Directions, direction. I guess that's the repeater field that we need, right?
No, it was step. No, step. No, direction step.
Step, all right.
Yeah.
Step. Let's write it the correct way.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know.
And it would be nice that Greenshift would see what kind of plugin is installed. If ACF is installed, then show ACF. And if
so that's really nice. So that way it's ACPT. Well, you have to click it yourself right here, but yeah, it's really
Let's see. That would be a nice enhancement. I mean, I don't know if I don't think we have. No, we don't have the other one installed.
Jet engine and ACPT.
Yeah. So we press ACPT. Then we can change our fields, and in the name we can select our field. Is this correct? I don't know. I have the feeling that this isn't the correct one. So reset.
Let's look at it again. Yeah. I don't think it's called step. Maybe it's called something else. Maybe steps.
Let's look into steps.
With an S. Yeah, that's why.
Right. Oh, let's see. Repeater steps. Ooh, there we go. There's your image.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so now we get it. Yeah, you see, I've learned something new today. So
For me as well. Oh, this is awesome. And really, really easy. If you compare this to the other builder that we're using, is this easier or is this just as easy? Or haven't you used the repeater fields yet?
So now it's looking easier because previously I didn't just know what to do because I was testing out just before the live stream. So I was doing a rush test. So that's why I wasn't sure what I was doing. But at least now I know. Okay, I think it feels easier. At least I think it feels easier. That's what I think. Although with the other builders, they'll just give you the repeater field name directly. This one gives you like list of names that are not even repeaters, just list of every field in the page, I think. When you check there. So I think that's the difference, that those other builders, they know which ones are repeaters, and then they go straight to the repeater, whereas with Greenshift, it just gives you a list of a lot of fields, and you have to remember which one is a repeater field and which one isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it gives everything instead of only the repeater fields.
Yeah.
So, Igor, if you're watching this, a nice upgrade to see if it is something. I don't know how it's saved in a database, so that's also something that would be something to consider as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this is so. At least I've learned a lot already.
Nice.
So who knows? Maybe I'll just ditch that other builder that I will not name, and then come to Greenshift fully.
Nice. Then we can change places for a little while.
For a while, yeah.
And here we have the classic waffles.
Yeah, that's nice. So we can put all the fields directly.
So again, kudos to Igor for making this very manageable, very easy to get in really quickly with ACPT.
Yeah.
Now you do need a lot of understanding on how you can set this up, right? So there's a lot of fields here, and I also have to give you kudos for every step that you've added and that you know how it works. Many to one, yeah. So nice.
I've been playing around with ACPT a lot, so I started learning about tabs because with ACF things are a little bit like easier in the way they present the fields, so it's easy for you to I don't know. Some people prefer ACPT, but I don't know. If you go to the field groups, you see it's not collapsible, so it's a bit hard. So let's say you enter the recipe meta. You see that everything just like edits. Yeah, if you try to edit it and see, you cannot like minimize it. So you literally have to go through tons of fields. There's no way to like collapse each field.
Nah. Short code. Oh, there's also short code available already. If you
want to use it directly.
So you don't need dynamic shortcodes.
No.
Nice. That's a very nice benefit.
Yeah, but the only thing I just wish they were able to minimize, like literally collapse these fields. I can't keep. Now, if you want to read the fields that are below you, you go through like you keep scrolling, just trying to find the field that you want.
Yeah. Recipe base. Wow, the interface is overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I've used Jet Engine, and Jet Engine isn't a nice interface as well. But wow, there's a lot going on. Conditions, validations.
It's nice that they make everything big enough so you can easily like see the text.
Yeah.
But I wish there was a way to collapse so that when I'm done with the field, I can just collapse it and it turns into like an accordion rather than just being a full-on block.
It's not available in the settings or whatever. Enable form builder. Nice. So you can.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
With the Jet Engine, it's an extra payment for getting forms that work together with Jet Engine.
It's a free plugin. No. Jet Form Builder is a free plugin.
Yeah, Jet Forms, but I thought you need the Pro version if you want to connect it up to your Jet Engine as well.
No, it's free. It's free.
Okay.
The only thing that I paid is when you want to connect to Stripe. Stripe. Yeah, or PayPal or MailerLite or something. But anything within the builder is free. So anything within WordPress is free. So you can literally create your posts, create your users, create anything. Free of charge.
That's nice to know. So I will give that a spin as well, because I am thinking of how to add it to do my stack of the website.
Stack, generally,
yeah.
The only one I wish I could just like get an LTD for was WS Forms. I just want I don't want to be paid just to test it out. The price is a lot for just using it on one site. No, it's not. Yeah.
I bought it because there's a Black Friday deal. And I was like, I want to try this out. And if I try it out for a year, then we can see if it's something. So I will set you up as well, Dave.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I need to test it out.
yeah. I understand. I was also thinking the same thing. I have the exactly same feeling. Why should I pay $250 a year for a form kind of thing? It has a lot of things,
add-ons and features. I'll be honest, it has lots of features, and it is also focused on accessibility, so that's another thing that I like. But I'm just like, I just wanted to test it out, so I don't want to be paying that much money to just test it out.
Yeah, I can see that. And and I am just crazy. we're not rich or anything, but I want to.
But to be honest, if you know how many plugins I've just purchased, like I'm just looking at them, like I'm never going to use this plugin. Why did I buy it? But well,
I still have a Cadence license, and I have an Elementor license running, and all that sort of things. So luckily, one-time purchase. So this is the first purchase that I do that is recurring.
Recurring.
But and I also noticed that Paul was talking about it because he said WS Forms is gives you the ability to just do a one-click form, and then it will add everything for you. You don't have to think about it. And it's only in this plan, so I was like, all right, we need to take it out.
Yeah. Okay, I think Jet Engine, I don't know if you saw their latest update.
Oh, awesome.
They're trying to do the same thing where you can just use AI to build up everything.
I'm going to check for the Jet Engine. What I saw, I was like, all right, this is just amazing that you can create basically a database management system for all your custom post types, and I want to try that out next week when we redo the API to Bricks, and I want a part of a segment to be the Jet Engine builder and also the generate blocks. I never experienced it, so I want to also try out the beta version of that as well, and hopefully it will go better than the pause stream because
hopefully I don't just have to jump in again and steal your stream,
But now at least you can join, so
that's a nice thing. Now we know how to set it up, or you know how to set it up. So I still don't know how to set anything up.
And you know how to join, right? So that's also a thing. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Do you have any other questions for Greenshift?
No, I think those are the only things. I just wish the only thing I would just say as a parting word is that I wish Ego will just take some time off to make it keyboard accessible. I just want to be able to type with my keyboard and press enter on the what's it called? The classes system, and
Yeah.
let it add my class, not adding some random class that I never clicked. So
Yeah.
hopefully he'll do that.
It would be nice that you can just like Bricks Builder. That's what I love. That you can type in here, for instance, if we have hero dash wrapper. I don't know how you do your BAM.
Yeah, mine is underscore most of the time. Yeah.
Underscore, yeah. So you're a snake.
Yeah.
Developer humor, nice. And when you press hero underscore wrapper and you press enter, it should just automatically add it as a global class. Because I am almost certain that 90% of people will be using that if the class doesn't exist. So that would be a very nice thing. And it would be even nicer if we can do it like this, that we can add another one, hero. Oh, damn it.
Oh, sorry. I need to deactivate that because the moment you press shift, right?
Yeah. But that we can add a lot of classes at the same time. That would be nice as well.
Yeah. I think, and then the other problem is the moment you create a class, you can't actually change the name of the class. That's another thing.
Well, you are able to.
Really?
With the edit kind of thing, you can rename the class.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said you couldn't do that. Because I remember he said something about it messes up with the database or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was
available.
That was a long time ago, so I think maybe I was just not listening.
And here we also have create selectors, levels, and no levels.
So he has added all these things. Yeah, we need to play with this a bit more. You know?
Yeah. Let's see, because I'm curious what that does. Let's add a section and add a heading. Each one. And then afterwards add a P element. Ah, this is definitely something that I'm missing right now. Hello. And if we select the parent and give it a name of hero, and then go in here and create selectors.
Let's see. What
it doesn't do anything. Selectors. No, all right. I hope this would be the thing that will automatically add the classes for the sub things as well.
Yeah.
One thing that you always need to remember when using classes within Greenshift is to press the save button. The amount of
I learned that the hard way. I did everything. I was so happy with myself. And then I refreshed the page. And I was like, where exactly is all my styles? Everything gone.
The amount of times that happened to me, it's insane. Even for tutorials, of like,
because you just go up to the top and just press save, and you're like, I'm done, I'm all good. And then you refresh the page, and everything just it's like it never existed.
Yeah, you can set a hard class without removal. I also thought you can set it to only be usable for this specific block, but I don't see the button for that.
I think that's really for local classes, right, or something?
I thought it was on here as well for the global ones, that I want a section class that can be reused globally, but I only want to be available for the section classes because I don't need all the same padding and background classes available everywhere. For my hero, I didn't need it everywhere. I only needed to on my section elements. So
okay, I don't know. Maybe if he hasn't added it yet, I think the next update
Next update. So there are already 8 things that we will add, right?
Yeah. I hope he's watching the stream. So lots of things to add.
Yeah.
And then we just go straight to 10.0 because that would be too much to add in the 9.9.9 point. What number are we now? 1? Yeah. So
Yeah. Nice.
yeah,
And
I
then
think
very
I
aggressive.
might try rebuilding one of my sites in just Greenshift and see how well I go along with it. So rather than always using other builders, I might switch to Greenshift for just that one site. And
Yeah.
hopefully when the block theme changes to another thing, it doesn't like I have to, I remember what happened when the FSC changed it slightly, and I think some people's sites broke because they have to move from using the static pages to moving. I know there was some. He had to write some articles, like 4 or 5 articles, trying to explain to people how to use full site editing, and I still didn't learn anything. So I'm a bad student.
Nice. And then I'm here to help you out if needed, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. In settings, there are also some basic things that I do. Yeah, this one's enabled, so that's nice. The anchoring can be useful. This should also be available for the native ones for Greenshift. Yeah, the fall column disabled. That's also nice that you don't have some unexpected padding in the row. It's so annoying. Yeah. This one as well, brand values, and close this by default. Yeah, all looks good.
Okay.
Those are just the basic things that I also said always on check.
You actually create your font because I get confused with these fonts. I was hoping, with regular FSE, when you put the font, it's automatically like detects which one is the 500 weight, the one that is the 300 weight, 400 weight. But with this one, you have to like literally create multiple. So each one is a separate. I'm like, can't you just fix it so that everything will just be one file or something like that, and then we can
Did you
work
know
with
that that is called a font variable fonts?
Yeah, variable fonts. Yes.
And you can upload it in one go. So if you have a variable font that you can use, so it's very important to have a variable font that has variable weights available, and then it works.
Oh, so okay, Greenshift works with it. Okay, all right.
Yeah. It doesn't allow you to do everything yet because with variable fonts, if you go just a little bit deeper in there, you can also change the thickness of every letter, specifically very what's it called,
like more granular level.
Yeah, on accurate, very accurate. Yeah, you have much more granular control instead of just fixed settings.
Okay.
Yeah, and also make it bigger or smaller. It's also in the variant.
Okay, I think I'll try that. I'll try. Does it work with only Does it work with W? Is it WOF 2 or the variable font? Is it only for TTF or TTF?
Yeah. I don't know which file formats this has by default, to be fair. So it could be that it's only in TTF format because that is the most recent ones, and then you also will be using the recent CSS. So
yeah, so I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'll try. I'll test it out. So lots of things to test out in Greenshift.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be inspired to do a video.
That would be nice because they are lacking one right now.
Because one person decided to switch builders. I don't know why that person decided that.
It's insane. I don't know. For me, it's always like, hey, new Sparkly, let's take a look.
Yeah, exactly. That's with me. That's why I bought Command UI, because it's like, oh, a new Sparkly toy. Let me test it out. And actually, it's deleting that shift key. They just need to fix that shift key. But it's going it's been fun using
Yeah.
the Control K and then just go wherever
Typing
you
in what
want.
you want. Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
You can even
Turn
change
off.
if you want you can change the keyboard like shortcuts if you want,
Yeah.
but you cannot. So in the new updates, you will add some extra things you can do, but for now, it's just you can only change one key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accessibility. Disable pre-selection. Nice. It is nice that the way this works is just nice. I'm very curious also about tab admin. So
Yeah, we see that.
whatever it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah.
I think that one. I don't know if they said it doesn't work in the front end or something. I don't know. Maybe they've fixed it now. But
Hmm.
with this one, it works literally everywhere.
Yeah.
But I think the other one, I think it only works in the back end. It doesn't work when you go to the front end of the page. So I think that's the.
Let's see. Tab admin.
Was it Turbo? Turbo?
No, Tableau is something else.
No, I think it's Turbo. TURBO.
Oh, like this? Could you send it in the somewhere?
I haven't actually tested it, so I'm not sure too. But I'm just guessing. Let me see if I can find. But I think that should be it. Turbo admin. Yeah, I think this is my XC. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the site, and I think they have a a plugin as well. So you can install a plugin on the if you don't want one of them is a browser extension, which is the paid version. Then I think they have a plugin you can install on your site.
could you put it on your screen then? I can share your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Yeah. So where's my screen? Is it sharing? Okay. Yeah. So I think this is the Turbo admin, and I think you can try for free. You can buy the browser extension, and I haven't actually. But I think they do something quite similar. So you can get your posts, your categories, and similar to how you get it in Command UI. The only difference is I think Command UI is a bit more intuitive, but I think they do similar things. And I know is it Max? He was saying he prefers Turbo Admin because the difference is in the payment structure. If you want to buy the extension, it's just $35 one time. You don't have to pay like recurring fee. Whereas with Command UI at the moment, I think it's 79 or so or dollars for 5 licenses, and which might be a lot for a lot of people. Yeah, I think he increased it right after it was sold out. Let's see if it's still the same. Okay, still 49. Okay, still 49, but okay, 20 licenses remaining. This one was sold out immediately. Guys, I guess this one looked a little bit better because in reality, you don't really need more than 50 sites because it's not like you're going to leave the plugin installed on those sites. Once you've finished with your client website, you literally just deactivate the plugin and take it to the next website. So I think this 199 it's nice to have 150, but for me, I would probably never get up to 150 licenses because I will literally just deactivate it once I'm done with the website. But maybe other people, I think that's why it's still remaining because people have thought about it that 50 is just good enough. 5 is good for freelancers, and I think he had some stipulations. You can't use yeah, he put it here. You can only use it on your own site. So that's why lots of people don't want to use it because they can get into some I don't know, licensing issues because he says should only be used on your own sites. The other ones you can use it on your client site for the 99 and the 199. I don't know. Did you ever see that? Did you see that stipulation there? until I give it to them. It's my website. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Same page. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. 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 Yeah. So if you're not really, so I guess, however, it's intended for use on your own sites only, and not for providing services to third parties. Oh.
We're not. So let's do the thing that we did before as well. I
Oh,
will
yeah. Wait. Put. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
uh, just copy.
It's like it doesn't
Chat.
want to.
That's always good. And then we copy in the menu window.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's so. I don't know if Jimmy, have you purchased this? I know Jimmy was saying he had held off. I don't know if he has purchased it yet. But I'm still testing it out, and it's nice to just go to your, okay, yes, on this site, right? When you just press double shift, and then you can go to, like, for me, power shortcodes, or if I want to go to demo shortcodes, and you just enter. Then if I want to go to, okay, no, I can't actually. For this one, I can do some cheating. Control G, escape, enter, and see all the. That's one. The most powerful thing for a keyboard user is the search. Search just makes life easy, so you can use the search to get anything you want. And one thing that I also like about the dynamic shortcodes, I think the developer of dynamic shortcodes, he is a Linux user and he uses his keyboard a lot. So for them, their features are keyboard accessible. That's one thing I like. So if you go, you can literally, without ever touching your mouse, you can get into your thing and put the power and maybe test 1, 2, 3, something like that. And if you keep going tab, you can save it. And that's the only one of the things I like about, like, people who put effort into all of these. They are builders with keyboard, because if you make it keyboard accessible, sometimes it's actually faster to use a keyboard than to actually use the mouse. Sometimes, most times it's faster with the mouse, but in some cases, because there are lots of shortcuts you can use with the keyboard, you can actually get to places faster than a mouse user. And recently, I don't know. Do you have any recommendation for keyboard tutorial? I'm trying to learn how to type faster on my keyboard. So, like, touch typing. Do you have any recommendation for, like, a plugin or a software, or a way I can learn how to type? I was looking into. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. So Jimmy, are you hearing both of us? Mm. But yeah, because I started learning a long time ago, but then after a while I just stopped, and now I can use some keys. I can do them fast, but some keys, like the number keys and some other keys, I actually have to take my time to look at my keyboard and try to, like, move my hands across the keys to remember what number it is. But yeah, it's not bad.
Let me see if I can fix this because let's copy this in this reference. If it doesn't work now, then I think I'm going to go insane. And I'm also gonna do not this. I'm gonna remove you very shortly.
Okay.
And then add the guest image. Paste in as reference. And then again for the menu window. This one. Paste in the reference. There we go. Then we have a similar setup. Yes, it works. Awesome. Thank you for notifying, Jimmy. You're the best. You're the beast.
Good. Yeah. So now, at least now we've set it up. So Jimmy, don't forget, in the next live stream, it'll be you'll be in the stream as well, and
so be prepared.
Well, yeah, I think that's all I wanted to learn about the whole Greenshift. At least for now, I know reusable templates are just not to be used. That's the wrong place to go.
Yeah, not the way that you use it, at least.
Oh yeah, we'll get an update. Let's see what the update is. Does it give any description? No. Okay, so there's no description to the update. Oh.
Yeah, that's also sometimes the case with what's called Greenshift as well. So yeah, Jimmy said is looking forward to join the
the stream. Okay.
Yeah. Let me change to my screen real quick and then adjust the cam as well because yeah. Why not? There we go. Now everything is aligned perfectly. I was getting annoyed. I saw the faces not being perfectly aligned.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, I just updated it. The good thing about demo sites, you can always update everything without caring for anything breaking.
Yeah, if it breaks, who cares?
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's spin up another Insta WP. Did you know there is a surprise pricing of Insta WP? I just noticed a few days back. And
you can switch to your screen.
Yeah, let's switch to my screen. And if we look into pricing, there's a hidden price. Do you see the hidden price, Dave? Do you see it somewhere on the screen?
Oh, where is it? I can...
Oh, it's Jimmy. If you see it, just let me know because I'm very curious. But here it is, $29 a year.
Oh, okay.
For a very basic option, which is good for WordPress creators. Actually, because 29. What is 29 euros dollars?
Yeah, I guess.
And you get 4 staging sites, which is good. I now have running, where's my dashboard? I'm now running 5, so I will be over my limit, but there's a few that can be removed. I mean, this guy took over my stream and now I hate him, so
you can take him off.
Most definitely can be removed.
Have you seen a ban where you try to remove it? You will be notified by Instant WPC. Sorry, you cannot remove this. It is a lifetime license.
Yeah, you have to pay Brandon and you have to pay Dave before you can remove it.
Exactly.
But and also allows you to have 3 templates. You don't have FTP access, but let's be fair.
I've not used FTP.
I've used it for the company that I'm working at because then you can do certain changes in WP config because the uploads didn't work and then you need to change the WP config. But now that we have WP Codebox IDE, why would I need FTP access?
Yeah. I think at least I saw you when you were showing it off, the IDE. It's nice. I didn't get it, but at least I didn't purchase it yet. So what's the licensing for that?
It's one-time license, and it's like for WP Codebox people that have it, and I saw that you have installed it in here, so you have it.
Yeah.
If you log in, let's see. Yeah, we can share it. I don't mind my private email in there. I see that I don't have it active right now, because else you will have some kind of pop-up coming on top saying you can purchase the WP Codebox IDE. It's still in beta, but you can purchase for, if I remember correctly, 127.
Okay.
So and the power it adds is just insane.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, if you would like to check it out, I can set you up.
Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, maybe we can try setting up that so I can look at the other one as well. Yeah, the WS form as well.
Yeah,
Then
I
we'll
will.
see.
I will make some notes. WS form. What kind of page builder do you want to use? Cadence, Elementor? Do you Greenshift, Bricks Builder, Superblocks?
Oh no, maybe. Do you have grade? No, I think I'll just go with bricks for now. Go with bricks.
Bricks. All right.
Yeah.
You also have that, right? So
Yeah.
that should be fine. Then I will install those two: the WP Codebox IDE and WS form.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We need to look out for each other, Dave. So
yeah, you're looking out more for me because I'm limited. I just have fake things on my in my background. But yeah.
I also want a green screen if possible. I set it up in my OBS. Let's do a live stream, just managing OBS things.
Exactly. Yeah, just put some different green screens. Like soon you start seeing some special
special things. Yeah.
But yeah,
nice.
So thank you for this stream. This is fun.
Yeah, you're welcome. I really loved it as well. So we can do this more occasionally. Maybe you can do it monthly, that we can also discuss things that are happening in the WordPress space, because I think it's interesting as well.
Yeah.
And maybe
nice
the latest things that you've been up to. And this guy right here also needs to join.
He can't hide anymore.
Yeah, Jimmy. So you need to, and then, oh, damn it, what I'm doing myself. Then I need to take a look at OBS, how I can add another person to.
yeah. So rather than having to look into all those restream and the rest, just use OBS and manage everything at once.
Yeah.
So you said you have one of these stream decks, one of these tiny.
Touch Portal.
Oh, yeah.
It's fairly cheap. Hey Teet, how are you doing? So he's also, if you in the future would like to be on the live stream as well, let me know, because I like having these kinds of conversations with people, like-minded people. Oh man, I really love this. I'm missing this in my current field. I'm not talking about WordPress or creating designs or CSS specifically. It's UX design, and I signed up for that, so it's my own fault. But I love this kind of geeking out on all kinds of tools that WordPress has. So
exactly, yeah. Because I remember I posted it on my Facebook group, on my Facebook post once, that it gets really boring. Like just looking at your screen every day. I'm not talking to anybody. My whole family, nobody cares.
Exactly, nobody understands you, and then you see some kind of an amazing animation, and because it's a business,
shows off, and then everybody's looking at you like, who cares?
Yeah. So, okay, nice. even my kids are under impressed. But this is Touch Portal. You can use it for free, but you also have an upgrade.
You have to
14 euros. You don't have a Stream Deck for 14 euros. You do need a phone or an iPad connected to your Wi-Fi, and it's the only thing you need. So,
okay.
And it's very easy to set it up, because if you add a button, you have the Touch Portal. I have it open right on my other page. So this is a little bit outside of what we scheduled
I
to
think you
do.
need to switch
but-
the screen. I think.
Yeah, let me share my screen.
Okay.
So this is this is the touch-portal.com. I will put it in the chat so that you can also later see it. I will also put it somewhere else that I can add it in the description.
Yeah, that'll be
And
nice.
this is what I use to manage my screens. And this is the application itself where you can add the buttons. And
Okay.
I can't zoom in that much, unfortunately. But on the right hand side, you have just ready to go buttons that you can just pop in, and then it works. So if we want to add a source visibility, we can select a button, and then we can go through what we would like to select that be hidden or not. And now we select a certain scene. For instance, we go to my screen, and I want to disable my guest cam. And I say create. It's not called Dave Cam at the moment. So we're now I can turn off my screen, and because my and it's immediately synced, so I popped it on, and if you look now, I can change our faces.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the Stream Deck, but without the actual hardware. So you use your phone, right? So
yeah,
that's actually nice.
Yeah, and it's for $14. I was like, this is just a one-time payment, so let's give it a go.
Yeah.
I really love it. I really do love it. And there's also other kinds of add-ons, but to be fair, I never used it.
Yeah.
Retrolog. So Ken, what's it called? Can recommend 5 out of 5.
All right, to touch portal. Yeah.
So next is Black Friday deal stream. Ooh, Teet, the man with we can do that, but then we need to set up a page together for us, because I don't want the only one to get the commissions.
Exactly, you need to get.
That will be actually a nice idea. I've already bought too much.
Honestly, I've bought too much. I don't want to even look into buying anything anymore for now.
For me, one thing is left, and maybe possibly two. One thing is SureDash, because it is something that is created by Adam and Brainstorm Force. Let's see. So it's in the Sure Crafted, and SureDash is an alternative for creating your course websites, but it also is just a dashboard, so you can create all kinds of dashboards. I don't know if he has a recent. So let's have a look. Forms.
At one point they'll become the new. I don't know. I think Elementor is trying to do that, right? Where they have everything in one, so you literally have to. You just buy all of the packages. So the Shore Forms, Shortcuts, Shore Dash, Shore
triggers,
Shore triggers, So you just
sure
literally
members.
get. So and okay, because he already has the Astra family or the Spectra family, so you might not want to create a Shore builder or something. Shore Edge.
Sure. Sure Edge. Nice.
Yeah, just take everything, into one.
Yeah.
Become the new builder for everybody.
Yeah, I think so as well. And the amount of quality that they are creating, but also the design, it hits different. It's just nice.
Yeah,
but I unfortunately I can't find a short dash example, but it's there, believe me, please. So I am. That's if there's an LTD, I'm considering on buying that one. And there were some mentions that perhaps Sure members will also have some kind of LTD going on. And if that happens,
there is one definitely. Yeah, just let me know, because I don't want to get Sure members.
Nice. Yeah, I will definitely let you know. Everybody must know.
Right.
Make stuff with Greenshift. Yeah, nice. I have a lot of LTD, but I haven't used Teed hasn't used bricks yet. You should use it, Teed, as well. Both builders, Greenshift and bricks, are just insane.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
I wonder how when you test out was it generate blocks. I wonder how it will stack up to Greenshift. Let's see. I think I need to even test it out. So I will have to look for how to get. Do you, by any chance, have the alpha version? Because I only have the regular version.
No, I don't have the alpha version. I also haven't purchased it, so I don't know. I can also only do the free version. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I will install it next week. So for me, that is the plan.
Play around it, yeah.
Generate blocks. I will play with it during live stream, so that will be fun.
Yeah.
Generate blocks and turbo admin is something that we need to look into next week.
Exactly. Yeah.
Any other plugins?
I think that's the only one for now, at least. What else have I not played around with?
Let's see.
Do you like using
the jet engine, the new version.
Oh, yeah. 3.6, yes, exactly.
Engine. So we'll be talking about that next week.
Yeah. Jet engine. I should do some videos with it, but I haven't done any videos yet for jet engine. I keep too many things to do, too little time.
For me as well. I need to. That's also a nice live stream that we can say how we manage everything, because my brain sometimes just doesn't work, and the reason being, I just created this section, career mate. This section that was last live stream, not this week, but the week before that. I want to create a video about this, and then I've also been working on my own website, and I used Jet Engine, so I also want to create something about that. And then
just keep adding up.
Just too little time.
Yeah. Because I have because I've been trying to create videos with W Design Kits as well, and more dynamic shortcuts videos, and jet engine videos, and ACPT videos, and Metabox with the views, and I'm just like, I'll do it. But then something else comes up, and I'm like, to juggle up all the two, like, I think maybe I should get a virtual assistant to somebody, something to keep me in line, and like tell me this job is not necessary, keep it to like next month or something. I don't know, somebody who can manage the whole time for me.
Do you know what? There's something that can manage your calendar very well. Do you know?
No,
it's called JetGPT, and if you purchase by you can say, I have this needs to be on my calendar, and it says okay.
Okay, sort it out for me, and then it will just sort it out. Oh yeah. But honestly, ChatGPT is taking over. Like it's really helpful. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini a bit, and all of them, they just make life so much easier.
Yeah, it really is. And next week I will continue on the AI kind of thing that we left off yesterday. Also saw, by the way, a quick message by Teed. What do you think? Do we think about the fluid community? At first sight, it looks very similar to what Adam is creating, to be fair. Have you looked at this?
I haven't looked at it, no.
So this is the website, fluentcommunity.co. And if we zoom in a little bit, this looks a lot of sure Dash has as well.
Okay.
Student engagement, peer-to-peer learning, and that sort of things. All kinds of dashboards kind of thing. So Buddy Boss will have a very difficult time, I can imagine.
With all of these people coming up.
Yeah, and you can use it for courses, for education, workplace, all kinds of things. So I guess Sure Dash has a similar kind of thing. So I'm curious which one will will be the better one. I will join the waitlist, by the way. And let's see if I perhaps can reach out and get a beta or something for that we can also check it out in another stream. Because I think three tools in one stream should be enough, and also have
enough.
And then have a main topic about API and bricks. So
that's enough. That's But yeah, definitely. I think I should also look into maybe on the weekend, because I don't even have time. That's the problem. There's no time. But I would like to check out that jet engine. I would just check it out today. No, not today, definitely. But
do it during a live stream. Just we will join together in a live stream, and that's what I love about live streams. I don't it's an easy way to communicate, but also try out some things. If it goes to shambles,
because in a normal video as well, you have to like make sure everything is perfect and all of that. But in a live stream, you can just figure it out, and you make mistakes along the way, and nobody really cares that much.
And people can help out, because there are people in the chat, and now it's
that know about it.
And there are 3 other people also watching, and perhaps that's one me, I guess, and perhaps one you. So there's one other person.
So weird.
But it makes it that's why that was my intention with the live streams, that we can experiment, and based on the experience that we did, I can make a video afterwards.
So something more condensed.
And that's what happened also with the Apple Night, right? It was like 5 live streams, and then
one video, one nice video, and then you even got your purchases and became a product owner.
Woohoo! it was a very nice feeling the day after. I said to my girlfriend, I sold something. And she was like, what did you sell? I sold something for €5. And she was like, €5?
Like, that's a cup of coffee, or what are you trying to
get? But it is a very nice feeling. So
when you get that kind of
And Dave, for you as well, seeing the recipes, my next plan is to also sell some dynamic data kind of things, because you can just export and import it, right? But setting up is the most difficult kind of thing. So the recipes that you have for ACPT, sell it as a separate thing that you also can get extra income from. It doesn't need to be high. It doesn't have to be a high price. Doesn't need to be heavily marketed. But create a video about it and then say, all right, here, if you would like to support me, something.
I don't know if you follow her, she does more of Elementor videos. But now she's moved into showcasing her templates a little bit more. So she shows the template in the video, and then tell you can go ahead and purchase it if you want from her website.
It's also a great way for people to support you if they liked you, if they like the content that you're.
It's a way, because people are looking for a way to help you out, but just sending you money directly is like. Not really that.
I really take a book from Linus Tech Tips. He says, don't do memberships, super chats, whatsoever. It's all fine. Then you throw money to YouTube. What we actually want is that you purchase something from the store, that you get something back for the things that you bought. And that sticks to me. It's like, if they want to help you out, grow your business and that sort of things, and do the YouTube stuff, that's amazing. But
but that's just sending money is like, okay. But like, because I remember, and especially when like you have a need, like my camera, I just mentioned it on one of my videos. I was like, my camera had issues because I was using my phone, and then somebody generously sent me a camera. I'm like, oh wow, it's nice.
That's just amazing. Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. So now I just need to find a way to get better internet, because my internet cannot go past 1080p for some annoying reasons.
So there's a different provider.
The trouble is trying to to get that provider is like they would have to come. This one was the best provider in my area. That's why we got it. And now Virgin Media is the fastest, but to change is just too much stress. So we're just stuck with it
No?
for now.
Oh, that's a weird experience. I didn't expect that. Here we just go to the website, for instance, T-Mobile or whatsoever we have in the Netherlands right now. What's hot and upcoming. This one is also known in other countries. Oh yeah, it has changed names.
T-Mobile,
And then we just select internet, and then you fill in your credentials, and then you're set. They will send you the box, and then you can go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when they send the box, they have to come over to like physically
Install it.
switch some things in their box, the distribution box. They have to switch to the right network. Then everything will get sorted. Or sometimes they actually have to come and change the wiring in your house if your wiring is ancient, like my house. The wiring has been here for decades. So
Nice.
those ones they will have to come and like sort it out and change it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jimmy has something to say. On my live stream, I will say I need 1 million euros. Who knows? Maybe some charitable someone will think of me. Will think of you. But the 1
I
million.
doubt someone's going to send you 1 million. No, but you never know. Maybe a certain US president will help you out, you know.
Yeah. If you ask the right things, you might help you out.
Yeah.
And especially when you have something that he likes as well. So
Exactly. Yeah.
all right, we've been over time for an hour, I guess, but it was a very nice live stream, Dave. I liked it.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Thank you. I enjoyed myself as well.
Nice. So let's definitely do this again because it's way too much fun. I like how we level, to be honest.
Yeah, it's way better than just sitting down looking at the blank screen. Yeah, I feel like I get to see.
Look at the awesome stuff that I did, and
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have a link for the Sure Dash? Yeah, it isn't live yet. Sure Dash is still in development, so when it's out, I will definitely set it up. All right, Dave. Anything final you would like to say? I cannot do your screen only, so maybe I need to add that as well for the next time. Your face only. But where can people find you if they're interested, and how can people reach you?
Okay, so if you want to reach me, it's just Dave Den Web Dev, or you can just literally search for Dave Den, DAVEDEN, with the number 2. Literally on every social media platform, it's the same name, so you can just find me there.
Gold.
Please just go on X or Facebook. Any other one is there, but I may not actually answer you.
So there's also a possibility for a tool there that you can talk to people across platforms.
Yeah. I might set up some AI to just help me to respond to some people, you know.
Nice. So which live stream are we doing that?
We'll see. Oh yeah.
Right.
But yeah, most times I like talking about accessibility, and that's what you keep hearing on my live stream, and dynamic data. Some people don't like me anymore because I keep hammering on accessibility, and it becomes a topic that, at least the way I was presenting it before, was more of an attack. But now I'm trying to be more like accommodating, because I also make mistakes. So rather than saying this is wrong, might as well say this is the right way to do it, or like this is a better way to do it, rather than just telling people that what they're doing is wrong and they'll be born in ashes or something.
Yeah, just like our big guy of ACSS does it sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I,
So
I
shouldn't
love
say too
his
much.
knowledge. I love how he develops and designs things, but sometimes the way he presents it, it's not always the thing that I like.
Yeah, because like someone said, sometimes if you like, I remember my brother told me a long time ago that there was somebody who had a problem with, I think it was, I don't know, overeating or something. There was some kind of problem, and some of her earlier friends, she just kept like, they kept telling her, "Don't do this, don't do that, don't." The more you keep telling somebody, "Don't do it," the person out of spite will just keep doing it, or out of some form of mental something in the brain will just tell you, "I'll keep doing it because you say I shouldn't do it." But
Yeah.
if you try to like shed more positive energy and just make more positive light, the person will naturally just start doing the right thing by just watching you. And that's the better way, because it was Anne that started telling me as well, and she keeps reminding me to stop attacking people and just be more positive. Positivity is the way to go,
Yeah.
which is why I like Jimmy's stream, Jimmy's videos. He has that "Hello, beautiful people," and it's just like, oh wow.
That's just such a nice way to start your video. Yeah, we should also
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
as well. Actually.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dave, and thank you all for watching as well. And we'll see you on the next live stream next Tuesday. So yeah, keep designing. Now I have to press again the this end broadcast button very awkwardly.